everybody, welcome to my YouTube. I'm Jen. Today I am actually opening up a bunch of items that I got on Black Friday from Arteza, however you pronounce it. Went a little overboard, mind you, but it was 60% off, I believe. At the Arteza website, which I will post below, a fellow YouTuber, Maremy Small Art, actually got a package from Arteza earlier this year and did a pretty, actually a bunch of little videos on the products, and they looked really bold, really bright, that I wanted to get some as well. So I will post the link to her YouTube below, but she does have an affiliate link as well, so definitely if you're going to purchase it, use that affiliate link. Share the love with her. It doesn't cost anything to us, but it does give her just a little bit back on every purchase. So, and there's also coupons if she has any available. Her coupons weren't available for Black Friday, but any other time she typically has a coupon available. So definitely check out her channel and her Arteza affiliation. And let's see. The best way to do this is probably just move this stuff off the table and to do some swatches. But I do want to show you first. I got, and all of this was on sale for Black Friday. But I got, and I received it on Monday. So I ordered it on Friday. I received it on Monday. So it was super quick. Today's Tuesday and I'm finally opening them. I've been sitting there taunting me since yesterday. So I got the gouache. I recently tried gouache for the first time. Really liked it, but I didn't feel like the colors I had were as vibrant as what I've seen in Maremy Small Arts. So definitely wanted to try these. I got a three pack of their watercolor pad, which is probably what I'll be using to do my swatch. And then I got a cute little book. Not sure. I mean, this would probably be good for like traveling or just quick sketches, or probably with the pan watercolors. But let's take a look at this also. So these are cute little booklets, fit in your back pocket. There's 80 sheets, and yeah, it just looks super cute, and it is watercolor. So fun to draw, fun to watercolor on, and it came with two of those. And then for paper, I also got this one. So I'm super excited for this one. It's just like these little itty bitty ones with the fabric, but it's a big journal. So I try to do a lot of like projects, mixed media type projects that use both watercolor and other items. So these will be perfect for that, I think. Some of the, and even like inks, things like that I tried to use in Inktober, that just the papers just did not like it. So I'm super excited for this. Actually kind of big. It's 8.5 by 11. Actually it's 8.3 by 11.7. So it's actually bigger than a piece of paper. Looks like the binding is a little off on this one. That's okay. It does seem to lay flat, so I'm super excited for this one. And this one again was another 2-pack. So I'm going to put these off to the side, and we'll just use one of these little ones to do some swatches. Okay, so I got this 60 gouache colors. So they are in tubes, and you can put them out into pans and dry them, and then just reactivate them with water. I most likely will not be doing that. I actually do enjoy the liquid watercolors, so many of them. I like how they're organized by color-ish, so super cool. And these are just the regular colors, 60 of them. And then we have the metallic gouache. So this is just a little one. This is the set of 12. I was trying to remember. I thought I got a bigger set of the metallic, but I think that one might have been the acrylic. So these are the ones I'm most excited to try because their commercials lately have been amazing. This one got squished a little bit. The colors look so vibrant and so fun, and these are the metallic-y colors: pearl bubblegum, pearl scarlet, pearl orange, bronze, silver, gold. My phone will not stop beeping. Sorry, 1 second, I'll take care of that. Pearl purple, pearl aqua, pearl emerald, pearl eucalyptus, pearl noir, pearl whites. So I'm very excited for those. Let me mute my phone. So sorry about that. I'm doing a couple swaps for Christmas, and looks like that group is just blowing up right now. I'm talking. So, okay. Next up is I got their watercolor pan set. I do have a pan set, so I actually debated whether or not getting this. I don't use it. I use it a little bit. I should take that back. I do use it. But this one, the colors were just so vibrant that in Marta's video, Marry Me Smaller, that I really just wanted to see for myself and of course share with you guys. There's my hand set. Another episode I can unwrap something. Okay. So, super cool. It's probably too big to do this, but it does have a ring, a thumb ring on the bottom to help you if you're painting with the whole set. And then when you open it up, it's got a little mixing tray, and it's got 36 individually wrapped. So probably won't be testing this one today. Pans of watercolor. So I've actually never seen them in the clear pans before, so I want to show you that real quick. I think that's actually really cool. Please turn over. Yes, but I need to turn you back over to unwrap you, silly. Okay. So there's the color. Normally the pans, the half pans are white. This is clear. So I actually think that's pretty cool because you'll be able to see the colors. Not that you have to, but you'll be able to see the colors, and then they just snap right in there. So that is the watercolor. And then the last one is the acrylic colors, but these are not just any acrylics, they are metallic acrylics. So I was excited. I have so many acrylic paints, I really didn't need another one, but I don't think I have a good option for metallic ones, so let's check it out. These got squished. So these are big jars as compared to the gouache. The gouache a little bit will go a long way with sorry, I was resining some roses I got from my husband, And I think I missed a spot. Okay. There's the rose. It's resined. Nice and pretty. I'll have a video on that at some point. Yeah. So, where was I? So, these are the metallic acrylics. Very pretty. Same colors. They do have the same colors, but then, of course, more because I got 36. So, I will start with these. I'm just going to do a teeny tiny swatch on this book just to show you what it looks like. I'm going to get me a cup of water. I actually just got a cool water container in my Smart Art box. A little sneak peek here if you haven't seen my Smart Art unboxing yet. I haven't posted it yet. I'm going to use this. It's fairly big. I'm probably not going to fill it up. And normally when I'm painting with watercolor I would have two pans of paint. Or water, 2 pans of water. But I'm not going to do that either. Some tap water over here. And some paper towels. And I'll just go for it. I'm not going to paint anything specific. I will try to do a video this weekend of that. But I do want to show you. Go for it. Pearl green. Try to do a little less than those. Oh, that one's a green gray. That's pretty. It's called sage green. I'm actually allergic to sage, but that is a pretty color. This is the lid. I lost the box already. Go. I need to clean my craft room. I've been doing too many things. Okay, so this is the Pearl Lime. Very pretty. This is the Pearl Pistachio. A lot lighter. Still very pretty. Chartreuse. Yep. Pearl. These are all pearl. Chartreuse. And then we've got olive. Pearl olive, of course. Pearl cactus green. And then pearl sage, which I think is pretty. got pastel green, sea green, turquoise, and of course I did put this on watercolor paper, but definitely do not have to have watercolor paper for acrylics. Please don't think that I'm telling you that. It just happens to be the one I had, the one that I was swatching. So glacier blue, this one's really pretty, I really like that. Sky blue, and last of this set is the electric blue. It's electric. I do think that this paint is really creamy. It goes on a little, I mean it's drying a little bit, so that might be why, but it goes on a little bit weird. Not weird, but like thick. So definitely if you want to thin it out so it'll last longer, anything like that. It's kind of like a thick body. There you go. Thick body acrylic. Nothing wrong with that. But for sure can thin it out just like any other acrylic. Let's see if there's any more blues. So we had a really wide variety of the greens, but not so wide variety of the blues. I would like to have had like a darker blue, but absolutely I can make that. So not a problem at all. Just giving you full review. So we have browns, pinks, and reds and purples. So I'm gonna go pink next. So this is Pearl Rose. Pearl Rose Quartz. Pink. Pearl Pink. Every single one of these has had a pearl name, and you definitely do have a pearl sheen, which I guess is what makes a metallic pearl pink tulip. I'm super excited to see like the golds and silvers and bronzes once we get to that point. Pearl Amaranth Red. Apologies if I pronounced that one wrong. It's almost a coral color. A dark coral. Orange. I really do like how smooth they are. They're a lot more pigmented than I expected for I guess they're not a generic brand, especially nowadays they are starting to be a lot more wide known. I just didn't know a lot about them until this last year, or didn't know about them too much until this last year. I like how they're thick. You can definitely get a layered effect if you want. So next up is the hot pink. And the raspberry. And then I'm out of room. And my paintbrush is too wet. So there's page 1. This paper is super thick, works really well. Although I know it's not watercolor paints that I'm using, works really well for acrylics as well. Magenta. Magenta and fuchsia were my favorite colors growing up. Strawberry. This one is called Royal Purple. Lilac. Oops, that one's already coming out. Must have been squeezed a little bit in there. Ooh, the silver's next. They layer very nicely. And they mix very nicely too. They do tend to dry really fast, which is a good thing with acrylics. I feel like mixing those 4 together. And I am using a mustache art paintbrush. It's a round 1 synthetic for multimedia. It just is something that I got off of Amazon years ago or a while ago that I've been using for swatches and things like that. Not an expensive brush, but it does a really good job. This is the silver, so this is what I was most excited to try. Let's see. And it doesn't disappoint. I do think I need to put a little extra on if I want it to be as bold as what I was hoping for, and maybe less water. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So far it is definitely, I like that one, and I like the royal purple and the magenta. Next up is a pearl space gray, which is almost a black. Pearl white, which I'm actually going to put on this one just so that we can see it on the dry ones, because you're not going to be able to see it if I do what I'm doing with all the other ones. So there's the space gray. It is gray, but it's a very dark gray. I'm going to brush really well because we're about to use white. And of course these aren't fully dry, so if any colors bleed, you'll know why. So there's the white. I do really like that white. That'll be awesome in mixed media. Few more to go. I'll try to be faster on the next ones. Canary yellow. Golden hour. Tangerine. Some of these must have gotten squished in the container because they're coming out pretty fast. I'm not squishing them at all. Gold. That one's very pretty. Hopefully there's a bronze in here too. Aztec gold. It's definitely coming out. Nope. Copper. Very nice. Copper gold is what it says. Bronze. Lovely to meet you, bronze. Marmalade. Pictured marmalade is more of a brown, but that is kind of a coppery color actually. I really like it. And last is pearl deep brown. So we didn't get a black, but the space gray is really close. That will definitely be able to darken some of these colors for us. Brown as well. The white will probably mix really well with some of these colors if we want to lighten any of them. So there you have it. That is the acrylics. Oops. So let me know, did you have a favorite? Sorry for the color mix there. Do you use these? Did I just get my sleeve in the paint? I did. Not, but I could have. If you like Arteza paints, if it's something that you use often, let me know if you've tried these metallic ones. They're all called pearl. They're not really called metallic, but I'm pretty happy with them. I really like the selection. I did go for the big box, I get that, but even this brown is pretty. I'll have to show you in a second the water because the water looks amazing. And then there's the brown. so there is all the acrylics. Very cool. I'm very happy that I purchased those. They should mix in well with my pretty extensive acrylic collection. Oops. So before we go on to the gouache, let me just show you. Let's see if I can show you. If I take this out, every time I swished it with a paintbrush, you could see this metallic-y swirl. How you can see that? Isn't that cool? Makes me almost want to make a snow globe out of it. How cool is that? Okay. Sorry about that. Little easy things, or little things amuse me. So, metallic gouache. We are going to compare these. Of course, I didn't write down the colors, but we can compare them to the colors there. Very little set. This was the biggest set they had for the gouache. Metallic gouache, that is. So let's just throw it on here. Got scarlet. And with gouache, it's kind of a hybrid anyways, so you can definitely use this with your acrylic paints. Of course, it's a lot less in it because you can water down gouache. You can water down acrylic too, but it's going to give you a watercolory or an acrylic effect depending on how you use it. Every one of these is called Pearl. Also, so far, these three are not. These are bronze, silver, and gold. But that was the same with the acrylics. This is gold, Aztec gold, pearl copper, bronze. And then the silver was just called silver. So those ones, because they have a metallic name already, they didn't add the word pearl in front of it. Here is the pretty bronze. They do come out of the tube a little different, a little kind of chunkier, because you should be really putting it on a palette, mixing it, ooh, pretty, with palette knife or whatever, and then water. So gold. Just gonna throw these all on real quick. Pearl whites I will put here, but then also put on top. That is almost a pearl off-white. I really like that. Make sure I'm on screen. This one does have a black. This is called Pearl Noir. So we'll compare that one, and this one actually looks gray. So how funny is that? Eucalyptus. Emerald green. Aqua blue. And my favorite, a purple. Purple iris in this case. I wasn't worried about these drying because with gouache, you don't have to worry about that. Water is going to reactivate these. Water reactivates acrylic also, but not as well. I think after those are dry, they're pretty much dry, but okay. So we're gonna go with this one. Very smooth, very vibrant. A lot more vibrant than I expected, actually. And then let's add water. Yeah. Sometimes when you're painting with watercolor, and you put down a color and then you try to go back to work it in, make it a little lighter, work it in, it leaves like a line. This does not seem to be doing that. And I think that has to do with the quality of the product. Look at that pink. Very nice watercolor effects also. Very nice acrylic effects. We have a couple pinks, but I don't think there's really one that looks that pink, like a bubblegum pink. I think this is the gold. Bronze. So I almost didn't get them thinking that I could just use the acrylics and didn't need to get both. As I'm looking at these, I'm very happy I did. I'm not very familiar with gouache. Just learning, just did a video last week, I think, or the week before. I watched a video from Maremy, and then I had to, or Maremy Smaller at Marta, and I had to do it. So I really like it. It's a lot of fun. Might be my new favorite. Look at how vibrant that gold is. If that was, I don't remember, was that the Aztec gold? Or if that was the only gold. So bronze, silver, gold looks like. This one is the white, and it really doesn't look white. It's kind of an off-white. I should have left myself a little more room to play with. It's okay. I'll add some water down here. Here's the black. Sage, I believe. Very pretty color. Oops. Last three colors. Very vibrant blue. Just trying to mix those, but I got a little bit too much water on it. And the purple. Now, my favorite part, oops, splashed a little, about watercolor, and this water's dirty, so it's going to be a weird experiment, but my favorite part about watercolor is doing the wet on wet effect. So you take a spot that already has water, and then you take a color and you place it in there, and it does like this effect that it like branches out based on the water that's here. Let's see if gouache does that, or metallic gouache, and it really does not. It might be a little bit, but if this was watercolor, it would be spreading out like crazy. I have one open. This isn't really doing, oh, there we go. See how that spreads out? And the gouache just did not seem to do that. So that might be the one, and maybe the gouache just didn't have enough water in it. Might be the one negative that I found about gouache. So it is doing it a little bit, but not to the extent that the watercolor would normally go. Of course, if I get it really wet, I guess that'll do it. So maybe that's the trick. You just have to really, really dilute it to get it to do what you want. So totally doable, totally fun. I love watercolor. I haven't really watercolored very much for the last year, but super excited to get started, get back into it, and play around with it. So let me know if you want me to open and review the rest of the gouache set. Otherwise, I will absolutely use it in a project, as well as this set of watercolors. So these are the two items that we didn't see today. This is just the normal paints, or the normal gouaches, and then the watercolor paints. So let me know what you think. Let me know, again, like I said, if you use the Arteza products, what you think. Thanks for watching, and as always, if you like what you see and you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to see more. And thank you. Happy creating. Silly me, I wanted to compare the gouache to the acrylics. So let's take a look real quick and just see, especially now that it's drying. This is drying a lot more matte than I expected it to. I don't know if you can tell that. I mean, it is still shiny, of course, but this purple has actually dulled a little bit compared to when it was, can't really show it on camera, when it was wet. So of course I only have one purple, so you can compare those two. I think the acrylics are a little more vibrant. The blue actually looks really close. Same with the green, and of course I'm picking up paint on it. Do this. Okay. So this green doesn't really match anything, so that's super unique. The yellows don't really match. Let's take a look at the silvers. So this silver actually seemed to be a little thin to me, like it took a lot to actually put it on there. With the gouache one, it went on really thick. And don't worry, I will use these in something, but the shininess is more vibrant on the acrylic. The bronzes look the same. The gold also looks the same-ish. The white on the gouache turned out a little more cream than the white in the acrylic. So there you go. Thanks for watching.